But at DPH, everyone has a voice, and it has a very important voice. So there are different ways that people can communicate, such as the voice of the employee, right? And then our daily, weekly, and monthly voice, the voice of the process, where we talk to our bosses and supervisors about what major wastes or major defects we see in the value stream. So when we talk about customer value and we talk about who decides value, the customer decides value. When you look at this particular slide during the class, we have a class discussion on this slide. Because here we talk about consider the question when the barista writes your name on a cup of your favorite double espresso, are they adding value to your drink? Are they adding value? And notice at the bottom picture, a machine went ahead and put the name and even the time that you had to drink. So there, has a machine gone ahead and replaced the worker? No, not really. What they've done is they've replaced the repetitive work that the worker has to do every time they have to write the name down. And now the worker has more time to spend with Robert and, talk to Robert and create that barista relationship. Sure, they can do it when they write it down, but if a machine writes it down for them, they can have maybe more face time or more time to talk, a few more seconds that add up exponentially. So the customer decides value. And when we talk about how does Lean embrace technology, well, you notice in the previous slide, we talked about the person going ahead and writing the Robert's name or the machine going ahead and doing it for them as part of the original order. So, why does Lean embrace technology? Because we want our people to do higher level work because we recognize that repetitive work, um, if it can be automated, is a plus for the human being. So, in class, we have a class discussion about this. So, why does Lean embrace technology? Well, again, optimization, right? Automation. So even as technology advances, we're always going to need people. So there, a video that we play in class, uh, so it has the 5 common Lean myths, and I encourage you to look for it. So in this particular slide, we talk about respect and humility and how we practice that. So one way to practice respect is I don't pretend to know. I don't pretend I know. If I don't know, I don't know, and I'm going to do my very best to get back to you at a certain time, at a certain date. And the way that I practice humility at work is that I coach one step ahead of the person that's on the other side of me or the team that's on the other side of me, right? So if I meet someone for the very first time, they're a brand new employee and they don't have a lot of experience in lean, I'm not going to speak down to them. I'm going to talk to them one step from where they're at. And that is humility and shows them respect. So now we talk about different types of waste in lean, the way we collectively use the terms to describe wasteful practices or activities. So the first one is Muda, right? The second one is Mura, and the third one is Muri. And here you can see a picture. The first one is overburden, right? The truck's overburden. The second one, right? There's variation or there's unevenness, variation or unevenness, and overburdened. Too many of those on the truck. The third one right here, you see the waste. There's a lot of space in between. So here everything's working, systematically within standard work in a predictable fashion. So when you're on a full flight, that's lean. Things are working the way they're supposed to. So here's another picture that depicts all three.